afternoon. Woo-hoo-hoo! Aren't you ladies getting a little wide?
What's up, Big Bear Nation, and welcome back to the homestead. So today we're in the strawberry patch. Now, months and months ago, back in the fall, we had done a video showing you how we were building strawberry beds, and we were eagerly awaiting our strawberry plugs that we ordered from a nursery. Well, they came, we put them in, and we waited. Now, from all of the stuff that we read, plugs were the way to go. Plugs are the way that the commercial strawberry farms grow so many strawberries. So they were a little pricey, but the more you bought, the cheaper they got. So we ordered about 100 of them. We planted everything that we had, but we still had one bed that was empty. Over the winter, you know, we thought we'll probably lose some of them to the frost. Nope, we didn't lose any to the frost. The only plants that we lost were because of piglets, because right on the other side of this bed is both of our breeding sows and their piglets. So at one point they got out and they rummaged through here and tore up a couple plants. We also had Lagatha, I think, came in here and pulled a couple. So this spring, the plants started coming to life and they started making these great, beautiful leaves, but I wasn't seeing any flowers. But I wasn't really worried about it because most of these guys are June bearing, so we weren't quite into June yet, so I was okay with that. But in the meantime, I got an email from another nursery saying that they were running a sale on bare root plants. Now, I've done bare root stuff before, but mostly it's been trees. And so I was a little hesitant to do bare root plants on the strawberries. So I looked at the price, couldn't beat the price. So I decided, well, let's go ahead and try them. And if not, we're not out a whole lot of money. So I ordered those. A lot of them came with just a little leaf, or some of them didn't even have any leaves on them. And when you're trying to plant those and you're trying to put them in with mulch, it's very hard to see where those plants were. We came out here during the weekend and noticed quite a few berries that were starting to turn red. So I told Jason, don't pick any of them because I want to pick them. I have this old story I have to tell you. When Jason and I first started raising our own food, we had an aquaponics system. And we had just started on YouTube, and we had people that knew us locally that wanted to come visit our farm. And this lady came to our farm and she looked at our aquaponics system, and we actually had strawberries in there and they were doing so well. And there was one that was this really plump color, but it wasn't quite ready. It was still white at the bottom. Well, the day that this lady came to visit, she was standing with us looking at everything, and she saw this strawberry, and before I could even say anything, she grabbed it, put it in her mouth, and started to eat it. So now, every time that I grow strawberries, I'm very clear that when we start to get a harvest, I want to be the first one to pick them, because that stuck with me. Like, it was heartbreak being so patient and waiting and then not being able to taste that sweetness. Just totally rocked my world. But Jason and I have been out here. Last night we snuck a peek, and each one of us got a strawberry. And I will tell you, if you've never grown your own strawberries, you need to try. And I would recommend starting with some plugs in the fall. Put them in, heavy mulch them, and wait for them in the spring. And I'm telling you, with very minimal weeding, we've got runners growing everywhere, and we've got strawberries. I mean, this is just a few that I've picked right here in front of us. But there are several through these beds. So some people have asked me if I prefer the plugs or the bare root. Now, on cost alone, bare root, much more affordable than plugs. But as far as being a first-time person of growing your own strawberries, I would recommend plugs. And the reason I say that is because each one was a small little plant. And with the bare roots, you have to soak them, you have to plant them, you have to baby them to get them to kind of come up. There are several people that grow from bare roots, but as a first-time person growing a large amount of strawberries, I would definitely recommend doing the plugs instead of the bare root. Now, once you get a handle on it, and a lot of times the bare roots are coming from these runners. You know, when you have these runners, if you were to take this runner and set it in some soil, it will grow roots. And then after a while, you can clip it off from the mother plant and you have a whole new plant. And sometimes what they'll do is they'll take those roots, and that's what they're selling as the bare roots. Where I would take this, I would get it in soil and let it grow really good, and then I would sell it as a plug. So I guess it's more preference, but again, and I can't say this enough, if you're a first-time grower or you're still kind of learning stuff as far as gardening goes, I would definitely recommend spending a little bit extra on plugs.
Strawberry. Mama got it.
So that's how good the strawberries are. So if you like this video, definitely go check out our video on how we built the beds for these strawberry plants. Thank you for stopping by the Big Bear Homestead. God bless. And have a nice day.